2004. And I tell you what, it's a great. It's radio.
Farmer Dave is here too.
I got it. Radio is a strange world. It is as strange as the strangest people, the strangest stories, the weirdest stories. And I've worked at other radio stations. And when I tell this to people, they're like, really? I'm like, KTRS is the sanest radio station I've ever worked with and worked at.
Really?
And KTRS is nuts.
I was going to say, but that's saying a lot.
Right. That's saying a lot. Right. I know. I understand that. But 20 years. And there have been lots of, there's been ups, there's been downs, there's been good days, there's been bad days, as in any small business. Mm-hmm. But that's why we're so keen on representing small businesses, because we ourselves are a small business. And if small businesses don't hang together, there are many outside forces that are working to destroy small businesses, even while trying to say they're for small businesses. We're not a Fortune 500 company. We don't have a whole lot of radio stations around the country. We just sort of survive on our own guile and our own smarts and our own hard work. The man who was there 20 years ago today is still with us today. And of course, I'm talking about, you know who he is, Farmer Dave. Farmer Dave, happy anniversary, my friend.
Hey, thank you very much. In the house this morning. in the house.
So is it true that when you cracked the mic 20 years ago today, that's the first time you were ever on the radio?
You got it, buddy.
That's
first time I'd ever been in a radio station.
Wow.
Yeah, and
so how did you get the job then? How did this happen?
The other guy turned him down.
It's KTRS. Did we not mention that? So because Tim Dorsey came to you and said, we want a farm guy, right?
Yeah, they said, we want to do farm. I said, okay, so what's your point? They said, we're trying to hire you to do it. I said, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you turned him down a couple times, didn't you?
Yeah, and it was kind of funny because Tim Dorsey, he called me one day and he said, do you know who I am? And I said, no. That wasn't the answer he was looking for.
Don't you know who I am?
So one day I was working dirt right by the radio station, and they called, and I said, I'll be right over. And I just folded that big rig up, and I drove it right to the station, and I went in the front door, and next thing I knew, I was their farm broadcaster.
And so you started at 5 a.m. on that first day?
5:30.
5:30.
Yeah,
5:30. And you've been there ever since?
Ever since, 6 days a week for 20 years.
Yeah. You've and
that is a rarity in radio.
Oh
to be
my
at the
goodness!
Same station
Yeah,
20
absolutely.
Years, isn't it?
And in terms of full disclosure, who is of all the program directors, who's your favorite?
Let's see. Well, there's
let me ask
17 of them to pick from.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question: who's the one you've spoken with the most?
Let's see. There were 17 of them, and how many? Now I know what you're working on here. It ain't going to work.
You know where he's going, don't you?
I know where he's going, and I ain't going to give him the. I ain't giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, all right.
I had a lot of program directors that talked to me every morning after the show. They would call me in.
Oh, okay.
And chew me out for stuff they didn't really know what I was doing because I didn't understand what I was doing anyway.
What are you talking about winter wheat for? It's June, right? Stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. And don't say this and don't say that.
Yeah.
And we have to change your music. Your intro music's all wrong. It's all wrong. That would be, every program director, the first thing they would do is change all the intro music. Oh, yeah, bumper music.
I know.
That's going to bring the ratings up.
I know. It's unbelievable. But weren't there program directors who never spoke to you?
Some.
Like Al Brady Law? Al Brady Law never spoke to you.
Yeah, he did once.
Oh, he did once. Okay.
Yeah, he said, you're fired.
No, he didn't. He didn't fire you. You weren't fired with the rest of us, were you?
No. I helped you guys carry your stuff out, remember?
No, it was Farmer Dave and John Hadley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you know what happened was I was running the board for the morning drive. They wanted me to be part of the morning drive show.
Oh.
So they put me on the board, which I didn't want to do anyway.
With that witty banter you like to you like to do so much.
Witty repartee.
Yeah. But so then he called me in one day and said, "You're fired."
Yeah.
I said, "I didn't want the job to start with." And that was the end of that discussion.
I'll tell you what, Farmer Dave, you've been through thick and through thin, and you are a great broadcaster and a very nice man, and dare I say, a good friend. And if I was going to go to the Rose Bowl parade, I would want no other person to go to the Rose Bowl parade than with you and your wife.
Well, it's funny you should bring that up.
Yes.
You could go to the Rose Bowl
Right.
parade. Mister, I want to go with you. Now, put your money up. You can go with me.
I would, but I went last year. So, yeah, there you go. All right, Farmer Dave, get back to sowing your seed.
Get back in
and
the fields.
Go back to talking about January wheat and June corn, and we'll talk to you soon.
It's raining in Belleville.
Is that good or bad? Do we want rain today or no?
No rain today. We don't want no rain today.
All
no.
right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Farmer Dave. 6 a.m. weekday mornings here on the Big 550 KTRS.
It's 5 a.m.
5 a.m. 6
Program director.
6 Eastern. You didn't let me finish. 6 Eastern.
6 Eastern.
Oh,
yeah.
come on.
For everybody who listens on the KTRS app on the East Coast.
Uh-huh.
You got it. Thank you, Farmer Dave.
Hey, all right.
You got it. Happy birthday. 20 years in the business, KTRS, every hour.